Hey everyone, Jared Gaspi, your local real estate superhero here again. I have water in my ear, which is its own frustrating thing, and we're going to get right into that. But I start my mornings off every day talking about things that I'm grateful for. I journal them, and recently I started sharing a lot of what I journal with you guys as far as the things that make me grateful and the things that I appreciate as I start my day, because it kind of puts me in a sense of appreciation as I go about the rest of my day. And even if, you have a rough day or a bad day, it's a solid way to start it, and it at least builds good habits. A good example is yesterday. I did not really have that great of a day for no bad reason in particular. I didn't really have anything negative happen. I was just kind of in a funk, and it's made it to where, though, being grateful, journaling last night, kind of recapping a lot of it and doing my gratitudes and stuff this morning really helped, because I was able to kind of just look at it and say, yeah, yesterday wasn't the best, but that's okay, because a lot of good still happened. And so we're going to get into the things that made me grateful, and I'm really excited to share some of them with you. And some of them are just kind of dorky. Starting with the dorky one of number one, which is California Burrito. I wanted to try a new taco place yesterday. I ended up going to the same one just because by the time that I got dinner, I was just so hungry. I didn't really feel like trying to go somewhere different or try to walk inside. And I knew the place that I liked over in Lake Elsinore, it should be called Don Mare's, has a drive-through. And so I was able to, I knew I could get food fast. And so I just decided to try something different. I tried their California burrito and a couple of tacos. And it was really good. It's really weird. It's kind of like a trash can burrito where it's just like a bunch of stuff just thrown in there and then wrapped in a tortilla. And honestly speaking, I'm okay with that. And so, is it the best burrito I've ever had? No. But did it help? More than I thought it would. So that's number one. Number two, I put having a caring community. I'll go into a little bit of it too. But yesterday, Lily and I were able to go swimming, which is cool, and that does lead into one of my other gratitudes for yesterday. But we went swimming yesterday, and we were kind of just goofing off, having fun, and so we decided Lily had a scrunchie, and so we were just playing, like basically the egg toss game, but with that. And someone saw that we were playing with the scrunchies, so they gave us just a small little, styrofoam, not styrofoam, like plush ball kind of thing that's used to soak up water and stuff, and gave us that. So that way we had something that we could play with. And it was really random, and it was really cool, and they didn't have to do that, which was really phenomenal. And so that was the part that affected me, but obviously that's not that big of a deal. The other thing that happened in our community, though, that was really cool was, I guess one of my neighbors' son had issues with their car. Sounds like, early on in their driving life. And so they were by the entrance of our community, and a couple of our neighbors stopped in order to try to help him out. And so he was able to get where he needed to be. He was able to get the car fixed. That's fantastic. But it's just the idea that that's the community that we live in, whether it be something that's really big where it's, my car won't work and I don't know how to get home, or something really small like they just see someone playing and think, hey, you might like this, go ahead, this is, for you. And like, it's this big things and the small things that just make the community feel so strong. And I don't know, I really like that aspect of our community. And so it's something I wanted to share. Number three, I put swimming in the smaller pool. I told you I'd mention that. So Lily and I live in a community that has two pools. One is this gigantic, freaking huge pool that's over by the rec center. It's over by where the gym is, where like tennis courts, the soccer field is. There's a bunch of other parks and stuff in the community, but that's the rec center, and so of course they've got a pool there. But they also have another pool at the other end of the community, so that way there's a pool close to everyone. Thank you for that. But, the smaller pool, it's smaller for one, and it's usually got more people there because it's not surrounded by everything else. And so a lot of people tend to like going there. And yesterday we were driving and we passed this one to get to the bigger pool, because the bigger pool, ironically, usually has less people. There's no one there. And so, yeah, we went and we were able to have the smaller pool to ourselves for a while, and eventually more and more people kind of came in, and that gave more life to the area. But we had to really relaxing time at the pool at first that led to a really fun, entertaining time at the pool by the time that a bunch of other people were able to come. And eventually it got overcrowded and stuff again, but that was well into us being there, and so we were comfortable leaving at that point because we already had our fun, so let's let everyone else have theirs. And so it was really cool. It's a small, stupid thing that I enjoyed, but it's a small pool, and so I enjoyed it. Number four, I put Lily being able to cut my hair. You may notice my sideburns are a little bit shorter, but I didn't cut my hair yesterday. We were just talking about the fact that I need one, and so she trimmed my sideburns really quick. But Lily has been cutting my hair in 2020, and she has gotten horrifyingly good at it. And so that is why you don't have just this lion's mane of a hair like I'm from high school again. And that's exclusively thanks to my wife. And so I'll probably be getting another actual haircut soon because I kind of need one, and it's a little ratty, but you probably can't tell that from the camera. I'm hoping, maybe, possibly. But that's number 4. Number 5, I put documenting my life. A lot of people know that I have not been documenting everything in my life for the longest time. I've been doing real estate for a while, and, one very common theme was you gotta be on video. And I was not used to being on video yet. I was not very good at it. I'm still not arguably all that good at it, but I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it. And I've started documenting a lot. I've started doing stuff like this. I started doing things like the Suicide Push-Up Awareness Challenge. I started just documenting things that I do for work, whether it be, lives, or whether it be posting to my stories about homes that I'm seeing, or whether it be taking you guys on car rides with me to show you all the appointments that I've got to go on whenever I have really cool, interesting days, or whether it be really slow days where it's just me saying something in front of the camera and talking to you guys about real estate or terms. I even had a small chunk of time at the beginning of 2020 where I didn't know what to do because everything was shut down, where I was just talking about stuff that I had read. That was really cool. And so documenting my life has been fascinating because it gives me the opportunity to look back and reflect in a way that journaling doesn't. And journaling is fantastic. There's a reason why I still do it. But they're two different things. And so one lets me, journal and just put pen to paper and let my mind flow. And, I'm able to comprehend everything and it starts putting everything in perspective. When I'm documenting my life, I'm not thinking about a lot of it. And I don't script my videos. I sometimes have a basis of what I want to talk about, but I don't have the phrasing or a script or anything like that I'm going off of. And so documenting has just been a really cool way for me to see what happens whenever I'm not constantly thinking about how to phrase something or how to write something. When I'm journaling, I'm able to say, oh, I want to talk about this, or I want to say this, or if it's something, even if it's something I didn't intend to write about, while I'm writing about it, I think about the phrasing and the way that phrasing impacts me. And whenever I'm recording, I don't do any of that. You're lucky if there's a cut in any of my videos, which is exclusively because I'll sneeze or have like something in the back of my throat, and so I'm like, oh, I'll start that sentence over again. But I don't do a whole lot of editing. And maybe I should do a little bit more, but I like the raw aspect of a lot of these. And so you may see some stuff where I add images and background music and stuff, but I don't usually do a whole bunch of cuts because I'd rather it be me. And so it gives me a chance to see a lot about who I am, a lot about my business, gives me the ability to just see a very raw, real version of my life, which, you don't always get. And so even if you don't run a business, even if you don't, have a situation where you need to be on camera, sometimes it's really fun to be, just because it gives you a different perspective. And so I really enjoy that. But that's my 5 things that I'm grateful for. I feel like this one's probably gone on a lot longer than most of mine, so I appreciate anyone who's watched. And ultimately, my question for you guys will go back to, being in a really cool neighborhood. Do you like the neighborhood that you live in? And do you love the community that you're in? Or do you live in an area where you don't have that big of a community? And do you like that instead? Do you like the secludity in that? So let me know what you think and what you love about the areas that you're in, or if you're planning on moving somewhere else, why you're moving, where you're wanting to move to, and what you love about that community. So let me know down in the comments below. I really appreciate it. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please feel free to like and subscribe, because YouTube gets a freaking huge kick out of seeing stuff like that. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please comment and message me answers in Messenger, because the community and the personalized feedback is a lot cooler on Facebook, and so I really appreciate the one-on-ones that can happen with that, which you don't always get in YouTube. So appreciate that as well. I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.